Go na ba?
Wait, what are we doing today?
Yun nga.
Okay, go!
Para.
Halal
Halal-show.
Mix number...
26.
Nice guess.
Yes.
Mix number 26. Welcome to the show. Woohoo!
Hey, what's up? I'm Rica.
Hi, I'm JC, and this is a podcast.
That is unedited.
It's called The Halohaloshow. We talk about everything and anything. And welcome back from your Holy Week by the time you're listening to this.
Oh, yeah.
Holy Week is done, so I hope you had a great vacation.
Vacaciones. Well, some people actually...
Here we go. What are you going to say?
No, I know a lot of people who will just like stay in Manila.
Like me.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah.
Oh, you stayed? Okay. Anyway.
Because I think like, you know, pag sumabay ka dun sa rush of people going to the provinces, medyo mahirap.
People are probably like, yeah, you're right. We should have stayed at home. But it's over already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this show is about everything and anything. It is the Halohaloshow. But we do have some structure. We talk about, well, what's trending in the world called the trending topics. Today's trending topics, there's a couple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, what is it? GlutaMax.
GlutaMax.
Everyone's favorite.
Skin
Everyone's favorite whitening product.
Whatever.
In more sad news, Notre Dame. Am I saying that right?
Notre Dame. I think so.
The cathedral ba yun? I honestly don't know.
It's
I just
structure
know
in France.
Yeah, I know it's in a movie, and I know it's a very important piece of architecture. Unfortunately, it burned down. We'll talk a little bit about that. Also, some sports updates. I know we don't really talk that many sports, but the NBA playoffs we talked about in the last mix, and I'm so hyped for it. And there was an amazing comeback, which I will talk about later.
Ooh.
Also, speaking of comebacks, Tiger Woods also did something pretty big.
Also, Coachella,
yes. Dami nangyari sa Coachella. So we'll talk about that. We also do weekend review, so we talk about our lives. So we're not going to talk about our Holy Week because we haven't had it yet, but I guess we can talk. Did you do anything interesting this week?
This week? Let me check
you have mints, by the way. Hindi pa ako nag-toothbrush.
Oh,
I
God.
forgot. I was in a rush to get here.
And we're going to talk for an hour. This is
also, we
the
got
worst.
us a question, and sometimes we do other things like vocabulary. I don't have one prepared today. So we got us questions, which we will pull off Instagram. We asked on IG, so just follow us. We'll tell you where to follow us in the future, but we'll get some ansers from you.
Something interesting happened this week.
Okay, go ahead. Go. Start now.
Okay, so
weekend review.
So first, again, wachow. Again, I did makeup for Ang Huling El Bimbo, and it was their closing weekend this weekend. The previous weekend.
I didn't get to see it.
No, but they're gonna have another run again.
When?
I forgot when.
Okay.
So there. They're gonna have another run, but they did close. I think also this is the perfect time to close because of the Holy Week coming up. And then it was nice. It was super duper fun. And after that, I went to a high school party of mine. My high school barkada. Remember,
I thought you went to a high school party.
No,
like a big dope.
A big no, I have a big barkada kasi when I was in high school. But obviously, we're not super duper close. Hindi. Parang hindi kami naging ganun ka-close throughout college and now that we're working. But whenever we get together, it's just so fun.
It's like the good old days?
Yeah, the good old days. And we're all just so comfortable with each other. And alam mo yung walang ere, whatever your job is now, lahat kami alam namin how you were before. Alam mo yun?
That's a sign of a good friendship.
Yeah, so it's really nice. And even those people na hindi ko naman masyadong kinakausap, I was super comfortable with them also.
Ano sa reunion or like your barkada?
No, merong tatlo sa amin who had their birthdays and one of them, their birthdays coming up. So ano na lang sila, what do you call this? Na get together na kami
for the birthday.
For all of their birthdays.
Like a,
yeah.
Sabay-sabay birthday celebration.
And then it was so fun kasi the party where we had it, it was super near my house. So I went home at around 4 a.m. with my friend. Tapos, wala lang. Parang ang tagal ko na last time nakauwi ng bahay at 4 a.m. I don't know why.
Oy, may nag-text.
Whoa. And then...
That's my mom. She just vibered me.
It was super fun. Wala lang. Masaya lang. What did I do? Oh, and then because I was so tired and I only had 2 hours of sleep the whole Sunday, diba I told you my superpower, I never get hangovers.
Yeah, that's right.
That Sunday, I got a hangover.
Oh, shit!
Kasi parang tuloy-tuloy yung araw ko eh. From 3 to 7 a.m. my shift
Saturday.
here in RX.
Yeah.
I went to makeup and then the party and then that's it.
Damn.
Tuloy-tuloy na ako.
Oh, man.
And then the night before, nag-cycling pa ako. So, it was super...
You word.
Yeah.
Huh? Burn the candle. What is it? Burn the candle on both ends? Is that what they call it?
I don't know.
Where do you buy those kind of candles?
I know, right? And why do you need candles with like...
2 wicks?
Yeah, 2 wicks.
That's all you did? Oh, we forgot to say that this podcast, you can listen anywhere. Oh, we forgot to say that. Well, if you're already here, you probably are a listener. Mm-hmm. We probably lost a lot of new listeners at the start already.
Yeah.
What else? That's all you did?
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, wala. We had our relatives over at our house, and then kami, halo-halo. Like literal halo-halo. Yeah.
Speaking of which, since you're talking about theater and stuff, I forgot to mention maybe like a mix ago, that I also watched Angels in America, Marky's play. I don't think I talked about it. It was great. Good news is that it's actually a part 1.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a second part, which they will put up, I think, Sabado next year. But they'll also show the first part next year. And it's really...
So to anyone who missed it, you guys can watch it.
Sobrang intense, ha? I forgot the name of the guy who I really liked in that. He was so good.
Art?
No. Well, Art was good. The one you were saying who made the good accent. No, the guy who had the they all had Topper.
Yeah.
Dude, he was really good. He was so good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, legit. I stalked him on IG. He's a cycling instructor.
Yeah, he is.
So buff. But he was really good. So yeah, I did that a while back. Shit, I always forget what I do in the week, I guess. Oh, I've been getting into reading again.
Oh,
What?
Di ba this week tayo puntang Kanto? Or that was last week?
That was last week. We already talked about it.
Sorry.
Remember? We talked about Reese's,
Reese's what?
Her panna cotta.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Her face. Her O face.
Okay. I've been reading, actually. I got into reading lately because I felt
First
like...
time mo?
Like, in a while. I felt like I had to really get into... I had to make a change in my life again. Like, my lifestyle. Because I was so... Dude, all I've been doing is vegging out on the computer and on the screen. So, but I'm reading it on a tablet. Does that count?
I guess so, but
right.
There's still.
I'm not distracted because it's an old. Okay, it's an
old
iPad that I got when I was after graduating college, and it's like 7 years old now. Mm-hmm. So it can't, even the apps and stuff won't update, but I can still read ebooks on it. The book. Oh, do you hear that? Is that me or is that? Do you hear that sound?
Yeah, I hear that sound.
What is that sound?
it's the spirit in this room talking to us.
Okay. So I think I've talked...
Sarap matakote.
Wait, I lost my train of thought bigla. Oh, okay.
Kapag nga masakit yung shoulders mo, ibig sabihin nakapatong.
Dude, and I have a bad knee, by the way, so I feel like that's where the ghost will attack me if ever. Because I have a torn ACL, hindi ko pa pinapagawa.
Oh my gosh, pagawa mo na yun.
It's so expensive, and it'll take you off your feet for so long. I'll talk about that in the future, I guess. Yeah. And napila ako playing basketball.
Magpas, ka na kay Papa?
Talaga?
Yeah.
My discount.
Ewan ko, tanong mo siya.
Okay. I've been reading. I love like those self-improvement / like life philosophy kind of books.
Okay.
Not necessarily like the heavy philosophy, not like the yung mga psychological aspect where they go deep dive into. I like the very... What do you call
pop culture-y kind of thing.
Kind of. I mean, not necessarily pop culture, but it's more...
yun yung parang delivery
it's
nila.
In layman's terms, right? It's something understandable. So I finished this book actually already. It's called Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less.
Wow.
It's by Greg McKeown, McKeown. I think they sell it at like National, I think. So anyway, I've been reading it.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it on. It's an ebook. I was able to buy it. Yeah, I mean, it's cheap to buy books. But yeah, it was.
I'd rather like if I'm going to spend on books, I'd rather buy like the actual.
Oh, the physical book.
Yeah, the physical.
Well, I think. Well, for me, my mindset is that I can bring it like everywhere, and I can bring thousands. And not that I have thousands of books, but if I had, I could just pick it up, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's because I've been really into minimalism, as we've talked about in the previous podcast. Essentialism is similar. Basically, the concept is that you there's so many things in life that are non-essential, and there are very few things that are essential. And it kind of teaches you how to say no to all these things so that you can focus on what's really important, which is similar to minimalism. A couple key takeaways that I got from that book. Okay, one of the main things that, like, it was early in the book, the word priority, which I thought was really cool. So priority was a singular word before, like, the 1900s rather.
Okay.
So when the 1900s came around, the word priorities came around. But the word priority itself means your number one thing that you got to do. So how can you have multiple number one things that you got to do? How can you have multiple priorities? Does that make sense?
That's yeah. It makes sense.
So he's saying,
if you think about it.
So he's saying with 1900s came around, the world became more busy. Things you started taking on more projects. To relate it more to nowadays, you're on social media all the time. You want to start a business. You want to start a podcast. You want to do YouTube. So you have multiple priorities. But he's saying that you should really only have one priority.
Yeah.
And then funnel all your energy into that, which would lead to a more parang fruitful life. There's a lot of it that I'm still trying to
it's kind of like saying more perfect because you can't be more perfect.
Yeah,
right.
It's like that. So it was a really interesting read. There's a lot of parts where I was like, it's kind of questionable. Like, I feel like, how can you turn down something? Sometimes you do have to take. You do have to say yes to things. Because his thing is very almost extreme.
Okay.
Or to the point where it's like, if it's not exactly what you want, you say no to it.
You know what? In these kinds of books or like talks or podcasts or whatever, I feel like they have to go extreme because for you to think about it, alam mo yun, na parang,
well, for you to really believe it, you have to really do. You have to.
No. It's like for a person to really think about something na, alam mo yung they deliberately do that or they deliberately say that this is how far they will go to do something. Para ikaw, you know where to stop. Alam mo yun, yung parang gauge siya or something.
For me,
I think they deliberately
to show their conviction talaga in their belief.
Well, yeah, that also. Because, I mean, why would you write a book and then say, oh, I stopped halfway?
Yeah. But it was really an interesting read. There's a lot of relevant, modern-ish examples. Some are too general for me, but I thought it was an excellent read. I think that there's parts of essentialism that I could incorporate into my life. But yeah, it was a good book. Now, I'm reading this book called, this one is more of a philosophical, existential book, which I think is pretty well known.
Okay ka lang ba? Baka may problema ka?
No, this one, admittedly, I'm reading because I'm
of a girl.
Yeah.
Yun na nga ba sinasabi ko
Because it's her favorite book.
Malandi siya
It's called The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera, I think. I hope I'm saying that
But
right.
it's a good book.
So far, it's good. I could understand how some people might not be into it because it's a story, right? It's a story about basta so far, as far as I know.
Parang mala eat, pray, love ganun.
It's more like it's about love and like a guy. His name is what's his name? Esteban. No, not Esteban. I forgot his name. I'm so bad with character names. Please don't judge me. No, I just started kasi last night. It's about this dude, and he's like, parang siyang babaero, and he doesn't like want to settle down, but then he meets a girl who like changes his perspective on things, but he also can't change from his old ways. Parang ganun. It's very heavily written. Good thing about the reading on the iPad, by the way, without internet, on that app that I'm using, you can highlight a word and then you can define it. Like it has a built-in dictionary. And most of the words were in there. Like the ones that I couldn't understand, I highlighted, it was there. The app I'm using, I don't know if it's through Apple itself or the app itself. It's called, I think, Blue Fire Reader.
That's the app for the
ebooks and stuff, yeah.
I used to do that, but with physical books before when I used to rent books in our library. Like, I know it's bad kasi it's not yours.
What, you would highlight the...
I would like...
Oh my God.
Not highlight, but I would like underline a word.
With a pencil, I hope?
With a pen.
That's bad. What are you doing?
I only only had a pen.
That's called vandalism.
I know. And then I would fold the page.
When
and
you
then,
become really rich, you need to pay back the library. I
know. But anyway, so I would underline the word, fold the page, and then I would go home. Tapos, I would go home and then I would bring I would use the library's dictionary. There we go.
Okay, at least.
So
you couldn't have written it down on a piece of paper?
No, because it's like, alam mo yung parang because I wanted the feel of the book being mine. I know, it's the worst. But we didn't have, kasi parang I didn't ask my parents to buy the books kasi they said na it's in our library naman ganyan.
At least they got you to go into the library.
No, because I was so obsessed with Nancy Drew and sino si Elizabeth and yung twins?
Olsen.
No. Yung book. Oh my gosh, what's that book again?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yung twins sila, tapos yung parang adventures nila, si Jessica and Elizabeth.
Mary-Kate and Ashley?
No!
What are you talking about?
Anyway, basta, yun yung books. Twins. Basta yun yung book. Okay. And then Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew.
I wanted.
Were they guys?
No nga.
Oh.
I wanted to get into the Hardy Boys, but
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Hardy Boys.
I wanted to get into the Hardy Boys when I finished all the books for Nancy Drew. Kasi parang naisip ko, ew, boys.
Hardy Boys.
I know, hindi kasi I was,
How about Harriet the Spy? You ever
Never
watched that movie? That's a movie.
Pero super love ko talaga before. I know that I really have like a deep connection / love for true crime, for crime.
I know, you're a serial killer in the
even
making.
Before
you freak.
Crime stories. Anyway, I love it.
Did I say this joke before on a? There's a tweet that I saw where I don't know if I said this joke on the podcast, but I think I'll just say it again because it was really, really, really relevant.
Make sure matatawa ko.
No. So the tweet went like 1985. Who's your favorite serial killer? And then the reaction was like, run away. Like, don't talk to this person.
Yeah.
2019. Who's your favorite serial killer? Oh my God, I love Ted Bundy. My favorite.
Actually, my favorite would be...
See?
Sorry.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Unabomber.
Oh,
it's so interesting kasi... Sorry, I got into the crime thing.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because with bombers or like with people who handle bombs and stuff like that to carry out their crimes, parang you can't really what do you call this, correlate the crime with a person kasi nga because they send out the bombs.
Yeah.
Diba parang unlike murderers who actually
they have a modus or something.
Yeah, or like they have the murder weapon in their hands and they actually did the thing. With the like ganong type of criminal, it's all in their heads
Yeah, I know.
But they're freaking crazy.
They're crazy, man.
Yeah.
Unabomber. But there's a movie about that.
Yeah, there's a documentary / movie-ish. Parang ganun siya. And with the podcast that I'm listening, napaisip ko lang kasi may isa doon, listener siya, yung mom niya actually processed the Unabomber. As in, like, because they have to be processed.
Yes.
And now I'm thinking, if you have that job, I'm sure ang dami mo ng, like, killers and murderers na nakausap and stuff like that. So it's
freaky.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch, just to go off topic, Abducted in Plain Sight?
Yeah, I watched it.
That was so fucking the worst.
I know.
That was so...
It left you...
Dude, I didn't even... You know what? I'll be honest. I didn't finish it because I was pissed off at the family. I was pissed off at the parents.
Yung parang...
Guys, watch it. It's
about... totally your fault.
Okay, it's about this girl. She's still alive.
She's still alive and she's actually an actress.
Yeah, she got abducted, right? Long story short, she got abducted. Okay, I'll tease it for you so you don't... So the girl got abducted by their neighbor or / friend who the parents willingly invited multiple times to their house. This neighbor dude also gave a blowjob to the dad and also slept with the mom.
With the mom.
It was so fucking...
It's so fucked up. But you know what?
Fucked up.
I think with people like that, ganun talaga yung nila, yung parang how they go about things so that they have like blackmail and everything.
Terrible.
Diba?
Terrible. Oh, terrible.
And,
okay.
But sometimes, it's like, mapapaisip ka din, are we really supposed to, who are we to blame? Diba dapat yung victim? But sometimes, you also want to blame the parents. You want to blame
the perpetrator.
The perpetrator, not the victim.
Yeah.
But also you want to blame the parents, but at the same time, aren't they victims also?
That's true. So is it like, at what point does victim blaming become like kind of okay in that point?
But at the same time, the parents are also should be responsible for the child. So they
and there was also an alien aspect to it, right? Remember?
I know. It's like
that was so. Well, I mean, that was so creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it just goes to show how you can,
impressionable children.
And indoctrinate someone so bad like that.
It was wild. Okay.
Anyway.
By the way, the name of the dude in the book, I was looking it up, okay, and I lost my train of thought earlier. Tomas, not Esteban. Tomas. Tomas.
So,
that's si Sabina, and si Teresa.
Thought of a name that sounds
like
Spanish.
Yeah. So Tomas.
So
Tomas. Okay.
can we say you're
I know.
a little bit racist?
No, it's not racist.
No,
okay.
I know it's
all
not.
right. So, just before we go on to the TTs, that's a topic for discussion that I always want. At what point can you say that it's like racist, right? I mean, I'm not like. So, for example, the names like Jamal.
Okay.
Or, well, give me another. Tyrone.
LaQuisha.
When you say these names, the first person or the first image to your mind is a black person, right? I would say, huh? And when I say Esteban or Tomas, the first person that comes to your mind is at least not maybe what they look like, but the first image is like a Latino person, right? Yeah. So at what point if someone says like guesses your name, I did this exercise in college before, like it was a psych class. And we were, first day of class, they paired us with someone.
Okay.
They said, don't talk to them yet. They gave us a piece of paper, and the first challenge was, we want you to guess this person's name.
Okay.
Dude, I went with the most generic name because I was so afraid of being racist. I think I got paired with, I think it was like a Latina girl.
Okay. And then what did you write?
I something generic, maybe like Jenny or something. Because there are Latina Jennies. But I didn't want to say something like, Camellia or something. So I was like, at what point is it like not racist to kind of say stuff like that?
I think we only think these things because it's like years and years and years and years of yung parang
we're kind of accustomed to these
things.
We're
accustomed to these things, and it's just like it's how the world works. Parang ganon. Alam mo yun.
I listen to Bill Burr. He's a comedian. I listen to his podcast. He's very controversial. Like but he had this one point also, like, because he was talking about somebody, right? And he was trying to describe it to everyone. And of course, everyone has different perspectives. But if you go with a very generic thing, he's trying to get a point across. Over. Okay, I hope this doesn't offend anyone. He was talking about, like, I forgot exactly what it was, but it was like, parang, the lesbian, what do you call those? See, I don't know the term. The lesbian that...
Butch?
Parang, is that offensive? Butch?
I don't think so.
I don't know. So he was trying to describe that. And he was saying it so bluntly. And then he was like, yeah, I hope no one gets offended because I'm just trying to get my point across. And it's not like he's not like anti-lesbian or whatever. But he said that he knows people will get offended by the way that he described it. And I was like, yeah, I could see.
Nowadays, people will get offended if you just say juice on air, on Twitter or something.
What do you mean, juice?
What do you mean?
What do you mean,
it's
juice?
Powdered water.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
That's bad for the environment.
Yeah. That's true. That is like the fastest way to make things uncomfortable.
All right,
anyway.
TT time. Do the sound effect for the TT.
Whoop.
First one is, what do you want? GlutaMax?
You
ready for that?
Ready.
Okay, go lang. GlutaMax. Tell the people.
Okay,
I'm sure everyone knows, but in case you don't.
Yeah, GlutaMax put up several billboards across Metro Manila, where basically it was skin shaming, body shaming, racist in some ways.
Well, like skin tone
shaming. Yeah. So basically, shaming the Filipina skin for me, because I mean, hello, we can't deny the fact that most of the Filipinas are brown skin.
Yes.
And in their billboard, what they wanted to say is mas lamang yung mas maputi.
Yeah, because describe the billboard, because some people might not have seen it. Describe it.
So it's para siyang rectangular.
Okay, I know what a billboard shape is.
Kasi it's
You're setting
it's essential.
Okay.
It's essential. On the left side, nandun yung
Kasi rectangular. You could have just said on the billboard on the left side. Why does it be rectangular?
Nako.
Malamang billboard.
Hater.
No,
May billboard hater dito. Oh, excuse me, there are billboards
I know,
that
there
have
are
like
square
other...
and
Though
there's
may
like...
iba kaya. Iba
Okay,
shape.
but...
My God. May bottled shape.
I can't believe that's the first thing that you...
Why do you have to shame
I'm just saying.
my description of a billboard? Oh my God.
Okay, first
billboard
of all,
shaming.
When you describe a movie, do you say, well, the movie, it's on a screen, and on this screen...
Can we move on from how I describe my billboard?
Go, okay.
So it's rectangular.
Rectangular billboard, okay.
On the left side, there's a Filipina looking parang doubtful / sad.
Okay.
With brown skin, dark skin. And then on the right side, there's parang medyo iba rin yung itsure. What do you call that?
I thought it was the same girl. Was I mistaken?
No. Actually, tinignan ko. I think it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kasi that's the point of the billboard eh. Ibang tao eh. Parang naiinggit siya sa ibang tao. It can't be the same person.
Oh, my understanding was it was the same person.
No. I
And,
think it's a
like you can
different...
transform yourself into this better, whiter
Hello.
person.
Kung yun, will people have a problem with it? Obviously not. It's
yes,
like,
they would. Of course they would. They're saying that you're not good enough in your own skin, in your brown skin. Parang ganun. Okay,
well, sabagay.
So
anyway, there's another girl on the right side with fairer skin. And then, wait lang. Sorry.
Are you looking for the picture?
Screenshot ko.
I have the response
sige.
also.
Ay, wait.
No, I have the response which after you're done. So, bali, rectangular yung billboard. That's as far as we have right now. So on the billboard, it said something along the lines of...
Wait, nasa na yung
Oh,
screenshot
God,
ko?
you don't have it. We are not ready.
Anyway.
Basically, it got a lot of flack online because people were saying that this advertisement was promoting that white skin is superior, or lighter skin is superior to darker skin, and that it's like you can become white. Don't worry.
I think it said na parang maputi lang na promote na ni boss.
Parang ganun.
Parang
like
ganon.
That,
Actually, with just that line, parang ang nasa favor pa nung darker skin eh. Kunwari, if you read maputi lang pinromote na agad ni boss. Kumbaga parang it's not...
It's kind of like a empowerment line. If they did it correctly.
But there's another line that actually was... Wait nga lang. I'm pulling it up. It's just that it's not loading. Anyway. So people had a problem with it because, again, like JC said, it's like they're showing na inferior ka kapag you have darker skin, and then again, superior kapag may lighter skin ka, which should not be the case. And it just promoted, alam mo yung parang instead of saying na buy our product, parang nagkaroon lang ng competition. Kahit na sabihin natin, people are defending Filipinas with darker skin. Biglang nagkaroon tuloy ng competition eh.
Yeah.
Diba? Alam mo yun, it promoted parang unhealthy discussions about having lighter skin and having darker skin. And then
the tagline pala, by the way, was unfair, diba? Maputi lang, maganda na, ? Unfair, diba? ? Join the conversation. Parang ganun. So, you were right. At the first part, if they kind of spun it that way, they could have made it something where it could have promoted, like
be comfortable.
Skin. But then at the same time, it would also create like a competition, which is not what you want anyway.
And for me, it's like, it's a little unfair for using Filipinas with darker skin that way. Alam mo yung parang you can promote something naman without putting someone down eh.
Absolutely.
Right? And it's fine. It's fine if some people with dark skin want to be lighter or whatever. It's fine if you want to use that product or whatever.
That's an important distinction, that there's nothing wrong with wanting to biggie lighter skin.
Yeah, there's really literally nothing wrong. It's just that now there is this discussion, or like now there is this idea.
It's like a stigma kasi na if you have lighter skin, mas maganda.
Mas maganda ka, or mas aasenso ka,
parang
or
ganun.
mas papaupiin ka sa MRT, something like that. Which, obviously, it is not the case. And you know what I'm super frustrated about this? Kahit sabihin na natin na they took down the billboards, they already apologized because they did.
Well, should we? Well, go ahead and say your thing. Say your piece first.
For me, kahit gaano pa sila na criticize or whatever, bibili pa rin yung tao eh.
Well,
because of how they did it. I mean, bad publicity is still publicity, right?
Yeah, that's what they say. I think more so than that. Wait, let me first read their statement lang. Their apology. So, GlutaMax official statement goes like this. Verbatim, I'm going to read it verbatim. As we've learned, talking about skin is never a skin-deep issue. It's a minefield of sensitivities, of deeply held beliefs, and should never be taken lightly. And yet, over the weekend, we've caused a disproportionate amount of discomfort and even pain. That said, we believe that the best intentions are never an excuse for causing harm. And for all those that we've offended over the past few days, we offer our sincerest apologies.
Like, with any issue, actually, for me, even though it's negative, I think sometimes it's necessary because it gets people talking.
Maybe.
No, for me, parang if it happened, let's just look at it that way. Na parang,
like the whole thing last time with Quest, right?
With Quest. It's nice that people are talking about it now, and because I'm sure this will happen again.
Yeah.
Kahit sabihin natin hindi sa GlutaMax, sabihin natin sa ibang products.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Not just GlutaMax. This whole white skin is superior like concept is perpetuated by media in general.
Yeah, a lot of
showbiz, diba?
Showbiz. I mean,
even like yung mga, diba, like
we've seen multiple celebrities. They started out with darker skin, and now asan sila? Sobrang puti na nila, diba?
Yeah.
And like we said, it's not bad for you to want, lighter skin, or
right.
To be fair. It's just that if the message that you're putting out is I'm more successful, or I'm better right now, I'm in a better state in life because I have lighter skin, that's not the way to go. For
True.
me.
Yeah.
For me. I grew up with dark skin forever. As in, like, ever since I became a swimmer, talagang through and through brown girl talaga ako. And I've never really had an issue with my dark skin. And also, that's also the reason why di ba sabi ko sa'yo, ayoko ng VTR?
Yeah.
Because I know people will comment on,
Well, yeah, I could see that could happen.
It could happen.
But the thing is, there are morena.
I know. It's just I don't want to put myself in that situation na parang sabihin ako na, alam mo,
fuck those guys then.
mas okay kapag mas maputi ka. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be in that situation. That's why I stay away from those,
Oh, just to touch before we move on to the next topic. I have a friend. Actually, I haven't really met her yet, actually, but we follow each other on IG and stuff. Her name is Ayin.
Oh, yeah. And we're from the same school, high school.
Yeah, Ayin, Ayn, Bernos. She has a clothing label. This is unsponsored, by the way. This is free.
Right?
No. It's called Morena, the label. And basically, it's just clothes, the shirts and stuff.
Yeah, it says they're Morena.
Yeah, Morena, or like I like my
Cookie has that.
Tita. Yeah.
Cookie bought one.
Because I think they were schoolmates also. Cookie.
Oh, in high school, in college. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty neat label, and I think Ayin listens to us. She's in Spain right now. I don't know if she stopped, but yeah, check it out, Morena the label. It's actually pretty cool, I think, and it's for I wouldn't call it a cause. I just think it's like a movement, not a movement. Yeah. Well, I guess a movement for acceptance of Moreno skin. Parang ganun. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I know.
Minsan naisip ko din, because you know how before we talked about how people never really act on something or like do something para makasakit sa iba.
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking, baka ganito din, like, can we also say the same with GlutaMax people who put out this billboard na parang,
did they mean to offend thousands?
Yeah, alam mo yun.
No one really meant to offend thousands of people. I think the way that they approached it was wrong.
Maybe
they had a different
like,
intention.
You know what, to be honest, I don't know if people are going to get offended by this, but maybe, like, let's say the bosses of this company or like the higher ups are in a different generation.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe they are the one.
Maybe.
Because I was thinking as well.
Kasi like,
how
let's
do
say,
these ads get approved,
I know.
right?
Apparently they didn't.
Oh.
But they just put it up, according to ASC, which is like the regulation board.
Right.
But I'm just thinking maybe the people acting, like let's say mga graphic designers, like creatives, they understand or they know that this is not the way to go, but they can't convince the higher up, their bosses or something. Alam mo yun?
It's possible. And at what point, right? At what point do you take a stand, right?
I know.
Because you're like, I might lose my job. And I get it. Some people need this job. They have families to feed. So at one point you have to be like, will I compromise on my values? Because I personally, I don't know. I was just thinking about it. Because I've thought about that in the past as well. Not really, I don't do art or graphic design, but what if I'm at a hosting, right? And then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, this politician comes who I don't support.
Yeah, you don't support.
And then I got to introduce him, like hype him up. I mean,
right? Even like,
I mean, can I just leave in the middle? Like, I would like to, but then
you're gonna lose this. Yeah.
Well, it's not really about the money thing for me though. It's just more like I'm
like
gonna be screwing over. No, I'm gonna be screwing over the other people too, like the people who probably don't like this guy either. But whatever. So yeah, that's just So
there are a lot of aspects for you to think about in this whole. I know.
Yeah, that was a broad example, but that's how I was trying.
No, but still, diba? Parang with what happened with this ad campaign, parang ang dami mong pwedeng isipin.
There's a lot of points of contention. This could have been done differently, but it was also because of this. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Sound effect.
What? Wapow.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, very sad news. It happened yesterday, I believe,
Well,
or 2 days.
by the time of this recording, about 2 days ago. So early last week, Notre Dame, which was the cathedral. Is it cathedral? I'm gonna Wikipedia it right now. I just want to make sure. Basta, I think it's a cathedral.
Cathedral, yeah, it's a cathedral.
Okay, I just wanted to get it right because baka sabihin ko church or something that's mali pala. It's a cathedral, and sadly, early last week, it caught fire. It was destroyed by fire. Not all of it, by the way. Most of it.
Most of it
was destroyed by fire, which was caused supposedly by renovation/construction that they were working on.
And then there were also theories. I don't know how true this is, but obviously they're just theories.
Yeah.
That it's a form of protest by the yellow jacket people. Yeah. They're
really?
they're a group of protesters that is protesting against like the housing market and you know how difficult things are for them and
That's
stuff like that.
That's a fucked up way to protest.
I know,
and if that is true.
Yeah, if it is true, and I think it's like it's like a really violent way to get your message across. You know, there could have been, people could have gotten hurt or something. Fortunately, nobody got hurt. Or nobody also parang died in the incident. No one died.
Which is good news.
But still, and then we also thought maybe like the renovation thing was also like the perfect excuse for them to, diba? Kunwari, if it did happen, if it was by the...
Was that that's another theory?
Another theory.
That they could rebuild it?
No. Na parang, because there was a renovation thing, parang it was a perfect excuse for that group to create a fire so that people can blame it on the renovation and not the people who caused the fire.
Oh, not the yellow arson. Jacket people.
Yeah.
If it was them.
Yeah, if it was them. Diba? Parang I know. So yeah, people actually watched it burn. Literally watched it burn for hours.
And it was
it's just
really sad. It was sad because there were people singing they were singing in French and stuff. So
and naisip ko lang because it's so easy to see it on Facebook and on Twitter, and it's so easy to just like scroll past by it. Isipin nyo na lang, for you to get what the French people are feeling, isipin nyo na lang nangyari yun sa atin here.
I was trying to make a connection here. I was like, what building do we have that has that kind of significance? Well, parang wala eh. I don't know. I mean, there's very few monuments like building wise that I can think of that are...
That's true.
Yeah, Mall of Asia.
No, I mean, like, obviously, like, kunwari, yung monument ni Jose Rizal or something. Alam mo yun?
Right.
Or...
See, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to think of.
Remember, nung nagka-earthquake in Bohol, the church there, which is super iconic because...
But do you know the name of the church?
But I don't know the name of the church. But people go there like... I went there like twice because when you go to Bohol, talagang pupunta ka talaga dun.
It's like the spot for in Bohol.
Yeah. So, when... Nung nasira siya nung nasira siya sa... earthquake, people were also a little sad
I
because
get that.
yeah, parang medyo
what I'm trying to make, the point I'm trying to make is that
wala masyadong parang
Notre Dame is worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide.
Known.
Sobra.
I mean, there's not any. I don't think there are any buildings in the Philippines that are a household name, so to speak.
Yeah. And would be in multiple movies.
For example, if I say Notre Dame, alam mo yun. If I say the Colosseum,
the Eiffel Tower.
Actually, France din yun, no?
Ano? What do you call that? The one in New York?
Empire State Building.
Yeah, Empire State Building.
So these are buildings that are
or like the Bean. I love the Bean.
Or like the...
In Chicago.
In Seattle?
Oh, yeah, the spaceship. I love that.
The Space Needle.
Yeah, it's always in Grey's Anatomy. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Just some background on the Notre Dame Cathedral. It stood at the heart of Paris for more than 800 years. So it was late Monday night when it happened. It happened in the afternoon, and the heat of the fire apparently could be felt across the Seine River. And the scenes of destruction were all over social media. It survived, a couple wars in the past. Just to show that it's been there, man, for a long time, and to see it burn down is awful. It was also the kind of the setting, on a cartoon level, Hunchback of Notre Dame, which, by the way, I think has the best soundtrack of a Disney movie in terms of the way it was. Like the songs on there are not as popular because they're not as it's not as kid friendly. But the songs on there are
it's so perfect for the movie.
It's so good. Out There is such a good song. Out There. Oh, just listen to it. And if you're listening on Spotify, just pause this and listen to Out There.
I just came across this one article where it tackled how the firefighters put out the actual fire. And apparently it wasn't as easy as you think. It wasn't you don't just dump water on fire like that. Number one, they had to preserve. There are a lot of things to be preserved in the church.
Yeah.
Aside from dun sa mga obviously nasunog na, and it wasn't just fire; it was also chemicals. So obviously, hindi lang siya mafa-fight with water. So there's such a thing as fire engineering that they did to put out the fire.
Oh, is it kind of okay? So is it? Have you seen the movie Only the Brave?
No.
It's on Netflix. I did not know that. Okay, so it's about these it's a true story. It's actually really sad. These firefighters, they fight in California. Diba daming forest fires.
Yeah.
So they actually set fire to some parts to make sure that the fire is contained in some parts. It's really interesting.
Wow,
is it similar to that?
I don't know if they set fire to
kind of like
other
to guide
things.
It's like to guide the fire away from the more important parts of the forest. Really good. Si Josh Brolin and si ano name nun? Yung drummer sa Whiplash. Bata.
I don't know.
Miles Teller.
Oh, Miles Teller. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, sabi nila that it wasn't just dumping water in the church.
Yeah.
So there's a thing called fire engineering. And it needs to be considered when reconstructing the cathedral as well. So, sabi nga kasi we keep seeing buildings go up in flames like this, and it's relatively easy to prevent.
I see.
In this building, you've got invaluable artifacts, and it's so easy to prevent, and that's by installing sprinkler systems. I think that's their plan for rebuilding. And then did you also... I'm sure you saw that like billionaires around the world are donating money.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't know that.
$600 million in just 24 hours to have it rebuilt. And then I came across this one post on Facebook that says, I know that the Notre Dame is a very important landmark, but the fact that billionaires have pledged over $600 million in under 24 hours to help fix it just really puts into perspective how easily rich people could solve world issues if they cared.
That's true. That's also true.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah. Since we have an opportunity to do some vocabulary right now. Actually, I kind of knew this already, but I thought it was just so weird. The word invaluable means valuable. It means extremely valuable. It just, to me, it sounds like it's unvaluable. Like invaluable.
Because you can't really put a certain number.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun? Yung parang...
Like infinitely valuable, indispensable. So, wala lang. When I hear invaluable, sometimes I hesitate.
You think it has like a negative connotation.
At first I think it's negative. So, now you know.
So, dapat pag sinabi mo, I'm in pogi. Ganun.
In pogi.
Bobo. Actually, I'm in pretty.
Great.
Yeah. So,
Any more?
It's a big thing.
Any more thoughts on Notre Dame, or maybe billionaires with money that they could use?
I also came across a post on Twitter naman that it quickly became daw people posting about their vacation to France. Parang humble bragging their vacation to
I don't think it's
to
humble
France.
bragging.
I know.
I think it's just more of
their memories.
Yeah.
Diba?
I
Parang
was
happy
there.
memories. And
I read a couple people, there's some people that I follow that were, I don't know, man, they were kind of angry that they're like, yun nga, people, not necessarily like flexing that they went there, but kind of like, oh, I saw this place and now it's gone, and like parang I got to see it.
But
parang
you know, how else are you going to
I don't know, it's kind of weird.
live your life?
I guess they're mad na parang nakikisakay lang sa
yung ganon.
I was like, why are you mad at that? I mean, I don't know. Unless you're really like, yo, I got to go here. Blah blah blah. It was I don't know. I thought it was a nice way to
Ako nga, I liked seeing people who went there and then they're actually telling stories about their visit to Notre Dame and everything. It's nice. I mean, and it's nice also that they have that in their memory, diba?
In their phone and Facebook and IG. At least it's there.
Yeah, and
there's one photo,
guys
by
naman,
the way,
parang ang mega naman.
There's one photo that, well, there's a bunch, but there's one that went viral also. This person took a photo of supposedly a dad and his little girl.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You saw that, right? And he's like swinging her around, and it was right in front of the cathedral, right before it burned. And he or she, the photographer, I think it's a girl, is trying to find that father to see if they want the photo, because she didn't approach the dad.
Oh, okay.
But it happened. The fire happened like right after, like an hour or so.
Actually, one of our co-DJs and Marky had a friend who was in the cathedral 2 hours before the fire.
Damn.
Like, he was actually posting photos,
Grabe.
Instagram stories.
That's
Tapos
wild.
biglang, diba?
Well, at
Grabe.
least
So,
no one got hurt. So
I know. No one got hurt. And they're gonna rebuild, and that's actually the most important thing. So to people of France, just hold on, and we're with you.
Yes,
I think that's the only way we can, apart from sending money, if you're a billionaire.
Yeah, I mean, it'll at least the French, I think, president said that they're gonna rebuild it. So at least there's that. Yeah. And it'll be stronger. So yun lang. Watch out!
Watch out!
Okay. Okay. Actually, one thing we forgot to mention at the start, I just want to talk about real quick. Even though you don't watch it either, right? Game of Thrones premiere.
Oh yeah.
I don't watch it.
I don't watch
Wala
it.
lang.
Also.
Just if you're a Game of Thrones fan,
good for you.
Good for you.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, because we don't watch it.
Actually, that's the only thing I can relate to a Game of Thrones. Because if I was that big of a fan, I wouldn't want any spoiler because I've been waiting for 2 years. Alam mo yun?
Oh, and this week, since you're listening to this on a Monday, this week Endgame comes out, motherfucker! Oh, I'm so excited. But bad trip, dude. I bought a ticket, right, for 11:30 a.m. on this Wednesday. This Wednesday, meaning after this podcast. And damn, I got a racket.
Oh, so what? Are you gonna sell your ticket?
Yeah,
24? 24 ba? Or 24?
24. Wednesday. Hindi mo kaya
Friend,
na.
magkano?
I was gonna sell it to you, but you have work too. Kasi it's a 3-hour-long movie daw eh. It's at 11:30, so matatapos.
Feeling ko maintindihan naman ng mga boss.
Maybe.
Or leave.
Solid.
You know, some people actually will take a leave.
Yeah, dude.
But dude, you don't have to. There are cinemas out there.
I know,
that
but
are
they're
like
trying to avoid spoilers. And there's actually a leak though.
I know.
Yeah, so I turned off my Facebook. I was like, fuck this. Nope.
Pal.
But yeah, so that's another thing. Okay.
Wapow.
Sports. Real quick. NBA playoffs. I know not a lot of your NBA fans, but I've been really into this. One big story. Okay, not everyone, but a lot of people know the Golden State Warriors. Okay. They're the #1 team simply because they have a stacked squad. They have Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. DeMarcus Cousins, who's an all-star who joined them this season, actually, unfortunately, he tore his quad in the last game, and he's out for the rest of the season. Yeah, he's not going to play anymore. Playoffs, he's gone.
Oh, man.
He's gone. Which sucks. That sucks for him.
Yeah, it's always sad whenever, I think, dun lang talaga ako nakaka-connect emotionally when it comes to sports. Because, injuries. Kasi parang, I was an athlete before, and gets ko yung parang you've been training, and then on the day itself, you get injured.
Have you seen Friday Night Lights, the movie?
No.
Oh, Rica G, just watch. Okay, even if you don't watch the whole thing, watch this scene. This guy, right? He gets injured. He's like the star.
Okay.
And he, after the game or whatever, he goes, like later on, like he goes to the locker room. He gets his stuff. He's all stoic, like, yeah, I'm good, man, I'm good. And then he gets into his car with his uncle.
Okay.
And he starts crying.
Oh.
And he says, football's the only thing I know how to do.
Oh, man.
I was gonna buy you a house. Because he was like,
naiyak ako.
Dude, he was set to go to the pros, right? And now he's injured. He was gonna buy his uncle. Oh my God, I was gonna cry too.
Naiyak ako.
That shit is heavy.
Like,
that shit is really heavy.
For me talaga, it's a little.
So yeah, DeMarcus Cousins got injured, which is a big story. But the other big story is the Clippers. So they're the number 1 seed, the Warriors. The LA Clippers are the 8th seed.
Okay.
This was game number 2. They play best of 7. I don't want to go through all the the numbers and whatever, but the Clippers came back from 31 points down to win the game, to make it the largest comeback in NBA playoff history.
Wow.
It was such a good game. I was so because I love underdogs, so I was cheering against the Warriors. Man, it was so fucking good. It was so good.
Yeah, I could only imagine.
Shout out to I don't know how many
plus,
Clippers fans, because most Pinoy is Lakers.
Yeah.
But if there are Clippers fans out there, or anti-Warriors fans out there, congratulations.
Basta anyone na kalaban ng Warriors. But yeah, can you imagine kung nandun ka sa stadium?
I know.
Goodness.
You know who was there? Nico Bolzico.
Oh, wow.
And Solen. They were there. They watched the Warriors.
Are they fans?
Well, they were wearing Warriors gear, but I don't know if they're
still,
Warriors fans or it's just because it was at Golden State. So maybe they just wanted to support the home team.
Yeah.
But man, lucky. By the time of this recording, I don't know what the records are going to be, but right now on Wednesday, April 17, so far it's a pretty good series. Brooklyn upset the 76ers, but then they lost yesterday, so whatever. Anyway, I don't want to go through the whole thing.
Okay.
But there are some upsets, and it's really good. It's a good. Keep watching the playoffs. So
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, other sports things. Tiger Woods won, I think his 5th Masters or whatever. Oh, yeah. Why are you?
No, just kidding.
Are you a Tiger Woods hater?
No, it's just I'm over the.
You're over the whole thing.
I'm over the whole thing. I'm like, why are we even celebrating this person?
Is it because of the whole thing, his scandal stuff,
Yeah.
right? I have a question.
I guess. I mean, if people
I get it,
have comebacks and
right, like the thing is that I've always preached is if you win, if you become a winner after something bad like that, people will not forget about it per se, but it makes them
won't
more
celebrate you as
it
much.
makes them more likely to forgive you, or at
well,
least to.
I guess.
Okay, for example, Kobe Bryant, right? He had that whole like rape trial thing. This was before the age of like social media, so I feel like if it happened in this day and age, it would be even more highlighted. I mean, I think it eventually got downgraded from rape to something else, but it was a sexual assault kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And he got a lot of flack for it, but then he won more championship. I mean, that's barely. If you
People
think of Kobe now, if you think about Kobe now, I mean, it's more of a smudge rather than just.
You wouldn't even think about that.
Yeah, for most people, they talk about his 60-point farewell game, how he's one of the greatest Lakers to ever play, blah blah blah. But it's more of a smudge. Yeah,
Italian.
You can speak Italian. You can, yeah. So and he won an Academy Award for that short document. I mean, winning will really make people forget. It's crazy.
That's true.
So, but Tiger Woods.
No. I'm not a hater. Okay.
I know.
It's just that
I know.
parang wala akong feelings towards this
Tiger Woods.
Kahit pa manalo siya, matalo siya, or whatever. It's just that.
And he's old na.
Thank you,
I mean,
next.
not old, but like old in terms of. Well, actually, golf. There's a lot of old professional golfers pa din.
Actually, super wala akong sa golf.
Me neither.
I have no
TBH. But it was in the news.
I don't hate it also.
Yeah, it was in the news, and I thought it was interesting that this guy has so many accolades, and he
Hindi,
came
tsaka
back. And he came back. I mean, it was a comeback story, which is
no, but I know
love.
He's like a phenom, right, or something. Alam mo yun, parang he's like
Bata pa siya
another.
when he was young, he was really good.
He's like on another level.
Yeah. And then he had a fall from grace, of course, with not only with his his extramarital affair scandal, but his form was awful. Took a break because of that as well. His marriage deteriorated, blah, blah. But then he came back. And also, I guess some people see the light in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, congrats to Tiger Woods.
Congrats.
I know you don't care about that. Do you have a team in the NBA? No. Oh,
maybe like.
You know what? You should.
Fine.
Just
okay,
pick
I
a
will.
Team.
I'll
pick a team and go with them.
Okay, go.
It's fun to watch.
I have to watch.
It's so
a
fun
game.
to watch.
You know what the problem is with Mia? I don't know where to watch it. I do not have a league pass. I don't have a TV.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I can't.
Okay, I don't advocate for this because if I had cable, I would pay for it. But I don't have cable. I stream it.
JC Teves po.
I stream it. But no. When
Kakatok na si Derek Ramsey sa bahay mo.
Pare,
Police to!
No, but when it comes to like especially the Western Conference, Eastern Conference finals, I go to like Buffalo Wild Wings or like TGI Fridays.
Oh yeah. Like before, I would invite actually my friends to go to a sports bar. Pag finals na, to watch. Kasi parang, alam mo yung parang pag may event, I kind of like watching with friends, beer, gano'n.
Okay, Coachella.
What
you got about Coachella?
It was Aricella this year.
Aricella.
So Ariana Grande was the headliner, which apparently Justin Timberlake was supposed to headline day 2 or day 3 ba? Day 3 of Coachella. But it was Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande took his place. And then she brought NSYNC minus Justin Timberlake because he had a concert. And Nicki Minaj. So Nicki actually had some technical difficulties.
Was it her earpiece or her microphone?
Both. I think.
Okay.
So
I saw that video. I was like, what the hell is happening here?
And then even Ariana Grande said in the middle of the song, we can't hear anything. Ganon. So, and it was so weird because everybody's mics, lahat ng mic ng NSYNC, pati ni Ariana Grande and even other people, okay naman. Bakit yung kay Nicki Minaj? Why didn't they
may
make
theory na naman.
Hindi, wala naman.
Mahilig ka sa mga
I know, right?
What do you call those?
Theories. Wala naman. No. I don't think there's like a conspiracy theory. It's just
conspiracy theories. That's the word.
It just happened. But for me, it's unfair that people blame Nicki for it. Remember that one time where she canceled the whole concert because of technical difficulties? Like they can't handle that. They can't handle her like technical stuff. Yung sound people in that area. So she just had to cancel because alam mo parang she doesn't want to perform yung parang half-assed performance.
Yes.
So, and then people started chanting, Cardi B, which was the worst because you can't, alam mo yun, you can't take a shot at Nicki Minaj because actually, pinrotect nga niya kayo of performing like badly,
poorly,
diba? Poorly for you guys, but you paid for your concert.
I've seen, actually, I never, because I'm not a musician, right?
As opposed to me, which I'm like the total, 360
I did
musician.
not understand like how important that, especially when you perform, like because most musicians when they perform in front of a large crowd, they have an earpiece so that they can hear. Because if you can't hear yourself, pala. Because I thought like if you can sing, like it doesn't matter, right? Like I thought my perspective, if you can sing, like you just gotta sing, like it'll be fine. You don't gotta hear yourself because you know you're good. But if you can't hear yourself. Parang ganun siya eh.
I feel like, you know how sometimes...
Kasi my MJ. Play Pedro, everyone.
You know how sometimes when we take off our headphones, it kind of puts us off.
Yes.
Diba? Parang may ganun.
I liken it to that, yeah.
Yeah, so for them, I guess in like a bigger scale, hello, you're in an outdoor...
I watched, last year, I went to a music thing here. Blue, the boy band Blue was here. And their shit was fucked up. Their earpieces and their microphones. And... It was still okay. Sayang.
Sobrang sayang.
I know. Like,
and the thing is, actually, Hazel, again, our co-DJ, made a good point na parang because her time there was so short, she was super frustrated because you can't like say, oh, isa pa ulit, one more song.
Yeah,
She doesn't have another song. And that's it.
Yeah.
So, unlike Ariana, let's say, kunwari, siya yung nagka-technical difficulties, she has another song to, like, redeem herself or something.
Ano pa yung big news? There are some cool things that... Okay, first of all, Blackpink was huge.
Blackpink was there.
Blackpink is a Korean girl group, and they're the first Korean group, I think. Or maybe Korea. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Basta, they're like a trendsetter. Like, they're the first in Coachella.
First. Yeah.
And their music video for Kill This Love is so good, by the way. The song Kill This Love.
And they're also pretty.
Super. Favorite ko si Lisa.
Jenny. Lisa.
Well, I like Jenny also.
Yeah,
actually, I like all of them.
Like Jenny. Yeah.
They were there. They made big waves. I mean, I think they made... It's like they're already big, but I think performing at Coachella made them even like a bigger entrance into the world.
Yeah.
Parang silang BTS din because BTS is big as well.
Yeah, they're like the girl version.
Yeah.
Avocados girl.
Sina?
Billie Eilish.
Oh, Billie Eilish.
Avocados.
How was she?
She performed on like a floating bed.
Really?
Like a bed frame.
TBH, I've only seen clips of some stuff, but I haven't seen that.
Yeah, like she was on a floating bed, like hanging bed.
Wow.
Tapos as in like dun siya nagkumanta-kanta and I'm like,
was it a good
No, I didn't watch the whole thing,
just
but
she was on a bed.
Yeah, she like that was like the main thing.
Floating, speaking of floating, Jaden Smith.
Oh.
He suspended his Tesla, the car.
Oh, what the
in the air.
What the hell?
So cool.
People are trying to outdo Baychella last year.
He was flexing. And Childish Gambino did something really sweet, really cool.
Oh, did you? Was this the video?
No.
Oh,
it was the
Am I thinking of
it benefits the iPhone people because he airdropped a picture of his new collaboration of his shoes with, I think, Adidas. And everyone who accepted the airdrop got a free pair of sneakers.
What the hell?
It was so cool.
Oh,
right?
Galing. O di kayo na naka-iPhone.
I know.
No, wait.
Airdrop.
Oh, did you also see that new video of Rihanna?
And Gambino.
Yeah. It's so cute.
Gambino
I love
cool.
it.
He's very creative. And he's smart and like he's so talented. He's an actor. So his name's Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. He's a singer, rapper, actor.
Sino ulit yung isang artista singer na naguguluhan ako? Childish Gambino and...
I don't know.
Yung isa pa?
I don't know.
Something Child. Ay, hindi rin Child. Sino?
Little Bow Wow?
Hindi. Childish Gambino and the one who sang...
What? What are you talking about?
Mamaya, maalala ko yun. Anyway, so yeah, that was super cute because this is like, this is something that Childish Gambino put out, but Rihanna was there. She didn't sing, but she was just there.
In the
but
video.
It's like the closest thing to music that we can get from Rihanna. That's
Lately,
why people were excited about it. She danced a little.
Yeah. New music. When does she know an album yet?
Wala pa.
Taylor Swift, coming out next week. Same day as Endgame. Avengers Endgame. Taylor Swift. Hindi ka Swiftie? Ako Swiftie ako.
Hindi ako Swiftie, sorry.
It's just I feel it's coming out on the same day as Endgame. And she had a song called Endgame in there last album.
Ayoko kasi ng petty.
Whoa.
Petty people.
Burn.
I know. Sorry. Actually, kahit nga yung
all the Swifties are now,
no, I'm just saying, ayoko lang ng, in general, not,
okay,
I'm not hating
okay. I'm pretty stoked for it.
Yeah, so good for you.
Let's just do a quick gut as a question. It's simple one. From our very own Reese.
Ay, naku, wag na. No, just kidding.
If you will be given a chance to change your name to whatever you like, what name would it be?
Before I used to wanted to change my name to Brianna, and then somebody pointed out that it was
close to
such
Rihanna.
No. It was
what?
Bad. No, it was somebody else who said this.
I know.
Sabi it was like an airhead type of person.
Brianna?
Parang gano'n, yung parang cheerleader daw na walang
parang
masyadong
dumb
alam.
Blonde stereotype.
And I'm like, I love the name Brianna. It sounds so...
I've never heard of Brianna na... Well, I don't get that. I know. Okay.
I don't know. Somebody else pointed.
Their opinion, I guess.
It's their opinion. But I was like, I love that name. So
I was thinking more like this name. I was going to say another name.
Wait. Pag Filipino, I like the
That's racist. I'm just kidding.
No, I mean Filipino word. I like the name Likha.
Likha? What does that mean?
Wait.
You don't know and you want to name yourself
It
after
sounds
it?
kasi really nice eh. Wait lang.
Is it rectangle?
No. Pal.
Likha.
I think it means like to create something. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
How about kids' name? Like I know you said before that you don't even
Yeah,
want
to create something.
To create something.
With intelligence and skill.
If you were gonna name a kid, I know you said that you might not even want kids, but if you were gonna name a kid, do you have a proposed name for them?
Eto.
Likha.
Yeah.
Likha. I am a Rica Jr.
Oh my God.
I like the name, not for me personally. Well,
Yun nga yung tanong, di ba?
I know, okay. Okay. All right, so, okay. First of all.
Parang gusto mo sumama bukas? Kailan?
I like the name Mio, M-I-O.
Yung motor?
Motor ba yun?
Oo.
Talaga?
Yamaha Mio.
Oh, I like the name Mio because before I was watching parang My Precious Heart's Romance. Totoo yun. Si Jake Cuenca, he played a character and his name was Mio, and I thought that was such a cool name, Mio.
Okay.
But when I was doing VTRs for commercials, I did change my name, huh?
What?
I mean, first of all, my Tevez, I think most of you
Where
might
did
know.
that come from anyway? You saw
that
it
one I just made up.
So, invento ka pala.
Yeah,
No, just kidding.
yeah. Because I didn't know any other Tevez, so I thought it sounded cool. But I was thinking, because JC is my real name, though, my first name. But I was thinking,
Juan?
No,
John?
No. Julius Caesar.
James?
Jim Carrey.
Hindi ka ba Juan?
Jake Cuenca.
Hindi ka ba Juan?
Jesus Christ, huh? Hindi, Jose ako. Jose.
Jose pala.
No, I was thinking I should have changed it. I was gonna change it either to Jace, like Jace, or Diego. I don't know why. Diego. Might have gone with Diego.
Okay lang din. Parang bagay sa'yo yung Diego.
Diego. I was trying to think of a name. And those were the names.
Diego yun.
Yeah, those were the names that I was thinking. And also, Jess. Actually, my friends, my cousins and my friends and my cousins in the States call me Jess. Jess. Because it's like Jesse.
Okay,
Jess or
Jessie.
Jesse. They call me Jess.
Jesse.
But a name that I really like, that I don't think would fit me, but would fit if I had a kid, a son. I'd want to name him Atlas. That's a cool name. Atlas. How do you feel about that? Atlas. Isn't that so cool?
Atlas.
Like the...
Okay naman.
Because Atlas was
it's an interesting name.
Was a god, I think.
But I feel like you have
held
to have
the
like...
whole earth on his shoulders. That's why the map, right? It's called an atlas. That's so cool. It's such a cool, like, if your name is Atlas, it's like you can carry the world on
I
your
feel like you have to have like a
shoulders.
different...
Well,
look.
me, kasi my branding is so very innocent. Eh. I need a bad...
Innocent!
No, I need a... if I was a bad boy, dude, my name Atlas, dude, that dude Atlas, he's so badass, so hot, shaved head.
Partly shaved
head.
And partly shaved,
Pubes? Is that what you're gonna say?
Pubes.
I knew that's what you're gonna say. Nasty. Is there anything you want to say before we head out of here and enjoy the rest?
I received a very disturbing email.
Oh God.
No, it's not. It's about my investment.
Oh my God.
Okay, go.
Yeah, just a happy after Holy Week. We actually haven't had our Holy Week yet, so we're gonna go enjoy our Holy Week.
Hopefully you had
good vacation.
Good vacation, and
Welcome
if
back.
you are celebrating the Holy Week for religious reasons, so you had a blessed week. What else?
Follow us. We like to interact with you guys, especially online. So if you got Twitter, if you have IG, just follow us at thehalohaloshow everywhere except
on Instagram,
where it's just halohaloshow. We interact with you a lot there. We take a lot of questions from you guys. If you have any messages, let's shout out some people. Do you have any shout outs? There's one. There's a really nice one from Rumiel.
Where are you looking on Instagram?
IG. He said that he's been listening since mix number 1. And we inspired him to start a podcast. We've inspired a few people to start a podcast. That's pretty cool.
We need more people in the podcast community. So go,
it says that
you.
nalalighten up daw yung mga bad days nga when we listen. And he's thankful for our existence. What? So nice. Then he just asked us a couple tips about starting a podcast. But that's really awesome. Crest John. Si Crest John, yung whitening soap
Crest
na
John!
kilikili whitening soap
wag ka
natin.
magpo-put out ng ng
statement mo,
statement na.
Juan Santiago, our very own Reese, Vince Aquino.
What else?
Who is actually into tattoos. Diba we talked about tattoos?
Wait, when did I say I wish you had balls? Or
I don't
ikaw ba
remember.
nagsabi
I
yun sa
said
akin?
I wish you had balls.
Oh.
So that you could understand where I was coming from. Like when you ride a roller coaster, iba yung feeling if you have balls. When you go down a roller coaster really fast, mafe-feel mo sa balls mo yan. It's true. It goes through your throat.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank God I
back
don't
me
have.
up.
Thank God I don't have
Tweet
balls.
us
I don't
at
feel
halohaloshow that you know what I mean when you ride.
Jamelin says on Twitter, yes, getting a tattoo is addictive.
Yes.
As soon as you get ink, you immediately want another one.
Ganun si Vince Aquino. He actually sent us, I think this is him, huh?
Bakit sabi?
A picture of him. I think that's him, huh? He covered his face, which, well, maybe anonymity. Or
Wait,
baka...
Can I see? Oh, wow.
Is that you, Vince? Let us know. But anyway, he sent us a picture of a tattooed dude. So,
yeah. Hi to Jeff Pancho and to Jose David or David. What's up to Call Me Queen and to Star Marjorie? Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to tweet us, if you want to message us, we'd love to read your comments. Also, we have an email. We really want to push this, so it doesn't have to. You can just email us something. You want to email us a story? You want to email us something? you want to say?
Not just like weird feet photos.
No.
Yeah. No to like.
Well. the halohaloshow at gmail.com. You can hit us up there. Thank you to Mickle, Mickle, which rhymes with Mickle.
Sikil.
Sikil. Which is our microphones that we use. You can buy them online, and yeah, follow us also. My public hair, my facial hair is growing really well, huh? I posted a photo on Instagram, so you can check me out.
Sometimes I hate the word public hair.
I know. Just find it. You can find us. Just go to the Halo Halo Show Instagram. You'll find Rica and I's pages there. We post a lot of cool stuff. I did a giveaway lately. So if you want to, just follow us online as well. You don't have to. Wala lang.
Alam mo yung sa iba, manlilibre siya ng pagkain. Tapos
dude, I hit you up for Kanto freestyle, dog. Okay, this is a long...
yeah.
Since we wanted to welcome you back. Welcome you back to Halo Week. We did this was a long week. This was a long mix rather. So welcome back. We'll do some bonuses in the future.
That's cool.
We recorded something, but I wasn't happy with it because I thought it was not. We want to give you the best content, right?
Fota, hindi mo ilalabas.
Nakalimutan ko i-save.
Where you deliberately quote unquote forgot.
Okay, we gotta end this extra song, Rica G. Tell your friends about us.
Bye.
Bye.